Welcome back. It's still Haitian Heritage Month, so I'm going to teach you how to make another Haitian meal.
And today we're making rice and peas with chicken on the side. And for starters, we're gonna need some sardines. This can be canned or in a box. Transfer that to a bowl and start mashing them down. This is gonna be used for your rice to add some extra flavor. And believe it or not, it makes a major difference. When you're done mashing them down, melt some butter on your stove top and add in your epis. Follow that with your mashed sardines and make sure to mix that around so you could get the flavor of the epis. And for the peas, I chose to use green peas, which is usually in your frozen section. You're gonna add that in after the sardines, and since they're frozen, you don't really need them to be fully cooked because they will cook with the rice. Then you're gonna add in your water and your coconut milk. I was making 2 cups of rice, so I used 2 cups of water and 2 cups of coconut milk. Then this Maggi right here was literally the hardest thing to find. Apparently you can find it on Amazon, but I took this from my aunt's house. It's called Maggi djon, which is mushroom and Creole. Full details below. And one thing you're gonna have to do with this is make sure it fully melts so it doesn't stay in one corner of your rice. So your water should be a little dark gray color. Then I added in my chicken bouillon right before I took a scotch bonnet and some cloves and started poking the cloves into the scotch bonnet. When finished, I put that in my water and noticed it was starting to boil, so I started prepping my rice. And like I said, I used 2 cups of rice and washed that until the water was a little clear. So maybe 2 to 3 washes depending on how much rice you're making. Add that to your pot with some parsley. Then you're gonna use a spoon and poke it in the middle of the pot to measure your rice to water ratio. Mine kept falling down, so I had to take out some of the liquid. Then I measured it again and it was good. So I covered that and started working on my chicken. I've been on a protein diet, so I'm using chicken breast instead of drumsticks, but you can definitely use whatever piece of meat you want. I diced my chicken into smaller pieces, then started seasoning with chicken bouillon, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, the last bit of my epis, and some olive oil. I made sure to mix everything in very well so no pieces of chicken doesn't have any seasoning on it. It should look like this, and by that time my rice was ready. You can see the Maggi djon was really well distributed and everything. There's no chunks, so I set that aside and started prepping to fry my chicken. I used olive oil in my pan, then threw the chicken in there. I fried them for about 8 to 10 minutes on each side, and the juices you see right there coming from the chicken is going to be used to make our sauce because I ran out of coconut milk. So in the same pan, after taking my chicken out, I poured in some olive oil and put in tomato paste, followed by the juices from the chicken, mixed that around and added some water, some chicken bouillon, and black pepper. Then I let that simmer for about 2 minutes before I added in my chicken. I mixed that in, then added in some onions and bell peppers that I had left over. Word of advice, whenever you're starting to cook anything, please make sure that you have all the ingredients you need in your house. I made do with what I had though and came out with this beautiful, delicious meal. And now, taste test. I gotta say, this meal turned out really good. The rice was so delicious. The sardines definitely added extra flavor, and the chicken without the coconut milk was still bomb. I gotta say, my family definitely taught me well, and I hope you try this meal. Everything will be listed in the details below, and until next time, bye.